Morning, everyone. How are you guys? Yeah, I'm Jacob Mutlabani. I'm with my colleague David Mampuru, as Dresser said, and then we are here to. I thought maybe it's okay. Kuruma. Okay.
I just I'm sorry.
This is Mr. Mamburu. He's the one who's going to lead us in this project that we are busy with. We are here to come and replace old conventional meters that you are using, not prepaid for now. And then, but when the time for prepaid comes, they will also change it to smart metering. So, Mr. Mamburu.
Okay.
So we've got the attendance register that will be filled in the meantime. Thank you.
Good morning.
Okay.
I wish that I can go on with Afrikaans, but it only stops here. As introduced, my name is David Mampuru. They told me that I'm gonna be recorded, so I hope that the smile will be sharp today, so that when they see me on those special TV, I can be looking very nice. I am from the office in Belabela. Jacob Mutlawan is my colleague. We are both working in customer service environment. Although he's situated in Northam office, however, I'm from the side of Belabela. Previously, we used to have an office in Tabazimbi. The reason why I'm here is because we are led by the same manager. Although the offices are different, but we are under one manager. So that's why I'm here, so that I can give support in terms of the sharing session that we are having today. And I must say once more again, although I heard when they were introducing us that thank you very much for coming. And I also want to concur with that statement that thank you very much for attending. These days, because of the technology that we are having and trying to keep up with the technology, there are a lot of things that are happening, and hence the issue of the meters were mentioned. We are all aware up to now. Those who are not aware, the walk-in center offices are no longer there. All the offices are still there as a structure. However, the offices are closed. So the encouragement is now starting to use those self-services. Either the app, either you call the call center, either you communicate with Alfred, either you send the email, any of those communication channels that you can think of, those are the ones that we are currently promoting to get hold of ESKOM these days. I do acknowledge that there are some challenges in terms of some of the customers having to experience some delay on the power restoration time. Normally, those who have been with us for more years back, they knew that in terms of the restoration, within 3 hours to 6 hours, the fault was somehow fixed. However, these days, there is a bit of a challenge in terms of that restoration time, although the businesses are really assured us they are working on that issue in terms of fixing whatever that needs to be fixed, so that the experience that we had about ESKOM previously, so that we can also realize it at this present moment. Now, the reason why we are here is because of the system that we are using now of the conventional metering point. ESKOM is facing them away, is bringing in the smart meters, because we are currently in a world of smart things. So that is the main reason that ESKOM is phasing them out. Now we are bringing the smart meters. Some of the benefits for the smart meters in terms of the strategic approach from our side, we will be able to read those meters remotely as we will be going on. So those are some of the benefits that we are looking to realize them coming into effect in one of the days as we are running the smart meters. Another benefit in terms of the smart meters, we all know about the challenge that we had of the load shedding. I'm very happy to be here because we are no longer experiencing load shedding. Are you still having it here? Yes. How? No, I will ask them. I will ask them. But as far as I know, we are no longer having a load shedding. However, we are having what we call load reduction. Yes, we may say it's the same baby. However, if you look at in terms of the definition of it, it's different. The reason why the business introduced the load reduction is purely because of there are those who are not buying. Now, we do have what we call the stats meters in the substation. Like for an example, maybe the nearest substation that we have here, it's the Rooiberg one. Although it's feeding the customers that are going towards Bela side. I'm not sure of the substation. Where is the nearest substation for them? Kuduskop. So now it will mean that in the Kuduskop substation, there is a stats meter. Its purpose is mainly because in the substation you will have different feeders which are feeding different places. So now for us here in Leeupoort, you may find that our feeder is having this stats meter on it. The stat meter, the purpose of that stat meter is just to measure everything that is going out from the substation to supply customers. Now at the same time, we are also measuring, because of the way we are registering our customers on the system, we are also linking the customers to the very same feeder that is coming here. It may not only connect Leeupoort, maybe it's having also some other customers while it's coming this side, which are also connected to that very same feeder. So what do? We do have some other departments which are dealing with the energy losses and all those things. Now, they look at the issue of the losses. We do have some technical losses which can range only from here to here, which are acceptable in terms of law, that you may have those losses, because as the voltage is transported, there will be some drops on the way. So we are having that range that you can only accept it if it's between this range and this range. However, if the range is too much, then it means that there is also another losses that you are actually experiencing, not the one that is caused by the normal technical losses. So those are the things that are informing the load reduction. So the minute when they see that the graph, in terms of what we are supplying, it's actually more than what we are getting back, because we are supposed to get at least 50% plus to get it back in terms of money. But in terms of where we see that the feeder is supplying 10 rand, for an example, of energy, man, we are only getting less than 5 rand of that very same energy. Then the business has taken a decision that we will put that feeder on a load reduction until when we sort out the issue of the losses in that particular feeder. So that is how the load reduction is being approached in the business. So normally when we take out the feeder from the load reduction and we do it in terms of 3 months in a quarter period, that's how we monitor if ever maybe there is any pickup or if ever maybe there is no pickup in that very same feeder. So in terms of now checking whether the customers are buying or not buying, we will see it on the report. Hence, I was just trying to clarify the issue of the load reduction. So if ever maybe you are experiencing load reduction in this place, normally it's happening in the peak hours, early in the morning or in the evening. On the Sunday it will be something else. Yeah, but in terms of the load reduction, it doesn't choose days. So if it's happening, say for an example, for this week, it will say, all right, we will take it in the morning for 3 days, and then as well as in the evening. Then it will run like that, and then give you some break, and run like that, and then give you some break. So basically, if ever maybe you are experiencing the load reduction, we also believe that with the rollout of the smart meters, we will also somehow be dealing with the issue of any illegalities that may be on the supply point. Because the access is, the approach is to change all the meters. And moreover, the meters are very old. Conventional meters, some of them, they are very old. Some you will find that they are more than 5 years, 10 years on site. So in terms of the accuracy, you cannot really say it's 100% correct. So it's very encouraging that once in a while, then we do the changing up so that we can always make sure that in terms of the accuracy as well, the benefit is for both of us. Because sometimes if it's out of accuracy, either ESKOM is benefiting or either the customer is benefiting. Until when the customer is having a bill query, and then when you are having a bill query, as we start the discussion, then the customer can say, no man, I'm suspecting that maybe my meter is consuming too much or is out of accuracy. Then we do advise the customer that, all right, if ever a customer is feeling like that, we can rather have an option of charging you what we call the meter test fee. And then we take out that meter, we put in the new meter, we take the old meter to the lab to be tested. And then once it's tested, then we share the test result with the customer. That's how normally we are dealing with any bill query related. Because whatever that you see on the bill is caused by the reading. So if it's caused by the reading, we will caution one way or the other, we will caution the accuracy of the meter. So if we caution it, we can't just say out of our heads that is wrong or it's right, but at least the test from the lab can give us some way forward in terms of how to resolve it. Chair, if you allow me, let me pause here to allow questions before I can continue with some other information.
Questions?
Yeah. Just on what we spoke about, and then so that we can move on the same page.
Yeah, thank you so far. We appreciate that. At least now we know what load reduction is. I feel like being back at school.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions, but please, one at a time. If you can raise your hands with your questions, please. There's number one. Okay.
We can take maybe 2 or 3.
I just would like to find out how much is it going to cost the customer this change over?
Oh, very nice. Thank you for that question. How much is it going to cost our customers for this changeover? No charge, because ESKOM is the one who's rolling out this project. How? I thought that I'm answering.
We're getting an uprise here.
Okay. There's not going to be any charge for this rollout because this has been budgeted for. Hence, I was saying that the approach of the business is to move with the speed of technology. So the business was putting money aside so that when the time like this arrives, so that we can roll out this meter change out without any charge from the customer. The question is very right, because previously, if ever you were requesting any change of a meter. I've already explained about the issue of the cautioning of the meter accuracy. If ever maybe we were not running this project and you came to us and you wanted us to change a meter, and then when we check, we don't see the problem with the meter, obviously, if your customer is pushing it, we will charge you. But in this case, because of it's a project which has been budgeted for, already the budget is covering the issue of the change of the old meter and putting in the new meter. So you're not going to pay anything. Should you see that on your statement after we have changed, should you see any charge that you are not familiar with? Should you see any charge that you are not familiar with? You will have our number. Please call me, I will come back. Should you see, after the project has been done, should you see that there is any charge that you are not familiar with on your statement, he can call us back so that we can account to that particular charge.
Thank you.
Thanks.
For that one. Next. There, the lady there at the back. Sorry.
Yeah, we can take 3, Soman.
Good morning, sir. Yes, I just want to find out, maybe there's an answer, but where do you get the load reduction schedule? Is there a schedule or is it just happening? How is it working? We are new here, so
Okay.
bear with me, I don't know.
Don't worry. All the questions are very important. We can take the second one and the third one. I think there was some second one. Yeah.
I have a paper here from ESKOM. Said you will install a smart meter and a customer interference unit in the home. Is this 2 separate meters with the same reading? Or who is it?
Okay.
How is it going to work?
Okay. Let's get the other one.
Can we read the meters ourselves?
Okay, good question. Okay, we will come with the second round. Now to start with the first question, to me, well, it will be the second one. First one in the second round. In terms of the schedule for the load reduction, in terms of that one, we can find out if ever this feeder is on the load reduction schedule or not. Then we can share the information, we can confirm to the residents if ever your feeder is on the load reduction or not. And then at least after confirming, you will know that if you are having any power interruption, when the schedule says, when we have confirmed that you are not on the load reduction, then it must be just a fault, so that the encouragement will be reported. And then while we are still there, the revising of the schedule, it's only happening once in a quarter. Say for an example, the feeder is being put on the load reduction starting from this month of January. It's supposed to end at the end of March, provided the change of behavior has been seen on the report. So if ever that took place, then when the next review is taking place in the month of, they will let the whole 3 months to pass, so the next review will be exactly in the month of April. So during that next review, then because of the figures, in terms of the report, will be convincing that we are starting to see a positive response from the customer side. Therefore, this constitutes that we need to take it out of the load reduction. But we will check it before we leave. Even when Emmanuel is coming, I think he will also be having that information with him. So we will check it before we go. We leave here. We will confirm if your feeder is affected by load reduction or not.
Order. I think the question was, where can that schedule be found? Where can it be accessed?
Yes.
Confirm whether we're on or off. If we are on it, where can it be found?
Yes. The reason why I didn't go that route is because of I wanted to confirm first. Because as far as I know, we were the ones that I can see that information. So in terms of the customer being aware to access it, hence I said we will share it, that information. I will just do some few calls so that we can confirm that part. Is it fine? Yeah. I didn't want to indicate something that I'm not sure of. In terms of the second question that was asked, the smart meter, if ever we were using a conventional meter, the analog one, the one that was turning a wheel, it was easier to take readings on that one. Those who are already using the digital one, then it's starting to be a little bit complicated. Now with the smart meter, there will be some, it will change. It will show you readings, it's changing, it show you something, it's changing, so forth and so forth and so forth. I think maybe to make things easier, since, well, maybe I believe there is a group WhatsApp, then maybe when the contractor is starting to do installation, he will just have to do a demonstration on 1 meter and then send it on a WhatsApp so that everyone can be aware in terms of how to take readings. By right, when they are changing a meter, in most cases, because the setup will be to access the meter, customer must firstly be called, and then you show where the meter is. Then during that time when they are done with the changing, because they will also be needing the particulars of the owner of the meter, then the contractor or anyone who's changing a meter, they must show the customer in terms of how is this system working. So I think maybe to make it simple, especially now it's sunny, we don't have to spend a lot of time on the sun. We will just leave them changing, if you agree, and then they can just do a demonstration on 1 meter, which will be the same as the meter that you will be also using, just to do a demonstration on how to take a reading on that meter and send it on WhatsApp as a video clip. I think that can maybe work best. If ever, maybe you will be happy with that one. Another thing, maybe while we are still on that issue, there is a possibility that they can show you a blue card. There is a possibility because it's a smart meter. Normally, others are saying, let's not give them the card because it's ending up confusing the customer. Some of the customers, they think that, oh, no, now I'm converted to a prepaid. And then they go to a shop to buy, whereas it's not converted to prepaid. One of the reasons they call it smart is because of if we do a change of mapping on that configuration, it can also turn it to prepaid or it can turn it to conventional. However, in your case, those meters are strictly on conventional. So from the manufacturer side, they will manufacture it also attaching the card on the meter because it's a smart meter. That's why they call it a smart. It can work either as a prepaid or as a conventional. So the card is only being used if the conversion has taken place. For an example, in your case, you are here and the tariff that you are currently using, it's a residential type of tariff, if I'm correct. If one is having a bill, I can quickly see the bill just to confirm that. Then, if ever it's on a residential tariff, now, if you wish to go to a prepaid, the first question that was mentioned, you will pay. Because you are doing what? You are changing a tariff now. Yes, it's home power. So your tariff name is a home power, which is strictly for a residential area. It's not the same as if you move next to a farm next from here, you will find that the tariff name has changed, it's land rate tariff. So should you wish to move away from a conventional meter, moving away from getting a bill from ESKOM to having the card to go and buy electricity, then in that case, because the request will be coming from the customer to us, we will charge the customer for that change of a tariff. But for now, for the change of a meter, ESKOM is running this project, customer will pay 0 on this project. The third caution, I hope you are okay. In terms of the meter will still be put in a kiosk. Where the conventional meter is currently is, we will take out that conventional meter and put in that smart meter. We're not going to give you a keypad. The smart meter normally, it will go with a keypad. The keypad is the one that you will take to the house and connect it on your normal plug socket. Then, I think your statement maybe is referring more to the keypad issue. Now, if ever the keypad is damaged, then we will charge the customer to replace the keypad. The keypad is only used by those who will be having a card to go and buy units. However, in your case, you are not going to go and buy units because it will still work the same way as the conventional meter that you are currently having. We can do a follow-up after I take in the other caution. Now, on the other one, I thought my memory was going to serve me very well. I see it starting to fail me. Okay, say.
Now, if we can read the meter ourselves.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that one of the clip? Thank you very much.
Another one at the back.
Okay. Is it a follow-up question?
Yeah, I just want to find out, do we still have to take the meter reading every month and still forward it to you?
Oh, okay. In terms of the current contract, it will still stand. ESKOM will still send the contractor out once in 3 months. So if ever a customer wishes to always have an accurate bill, a bill on an actual readings, we still advise that, yes, let's submit those readings. Hence, the clip will be assisting us to take the readings. However, one of the strategic is so that in the future, it can be this year, it can be next year, then the reading will be done remotely. So there will be a time, it's just that when you are facing some things off, you don't just stop immediately. So the business is going to a direction that in the future, then when it's somewhere, then we will be able to take readings remotely. Then there won't be any need for a person to come on site to take readings.
I understand everything what you tell us now, but what bothers me, the power failure. I write it down from last year, November. It was 6 times in this month, November. December, 10 times. January, now, 6 times. But now what bothers me, that is a big problem. I don't understand what Alfred do there. Because can't he pick it up? Here's a big problem here. Now you came and you say, we put the smart meters in. That is not a solution. That is not a problem. The problem is where the fault is. And they didn't fix it. We can't go for a weekend somewhere because the power is off. What happened with your fridges? Who's going to pay for that? We came back, 380 volts. I measured it with my fluke meter. I burned my fridge, microwave, aircon, what's on 4 things, so I burned it out. From the power of ESKOM is the high voltage. Now I buy these protectors to put it in. My pocket. But the problem is by ESKOM. I go to the insurance, I told them the story. They said to me, no, they didn't pay for that. It's only for the weather and what. ESKOM, they sent me to the insurance. They said they didn't pay us. Yesterday, the power also was off for 3 hours. I must start my generator. I must buy the petrol. What's the solution? Now you came and say the meter. The meter is not the solution for the power failure. And let me tell you, I got the same, what can I say, I came from Palawara. I put also that meters in the prepaid. The guy talking just like you talk to me, to us now. You didn't go to pay nothing. He lied. I paid he put the units out. And if this guy didn't know how much is 1 unit, how much you pay for 1 unit, and you put a meter in, he will pay the account at the end of the month. But
Can I see that bill again?
What is the units? And you put it up. The meter, who pay for the meter? Who pay for the contract? You tell me now, you budget for it. Can I believe you?
Yes, please.
It's not the first time I'm talking with the guys like you. I don't want to fight with you.
Yes.
But can you even leave the budget for the meters and the contract? Leave that alone. Go and fix the problem. Fix that problem. That is your big problem. And you know what bothers me also? I don't want to talk politics. Lapa side over the road, there's not a big problem there, but you came here. I don't want to talk politics, anything. But it's, electrician. One of ESKOM electricians, I talked one day with him. I told him about the power failure. I tell him, why we must struggle with the power failure here every time? Can't you fix it? And I say, you know what? Go over the road. The problem is there also, not here. There's also a big problem there. From the pinch the electricity there. He told me, no, you know what? I can't go there. Why? I never come back. They will kill me there. He told me, listen, no, I didn't suck it up on my thumb. He told me, you white guys are blind. So why? Why did you like I don't want to do politics, ek is nie racist nie. We start with you. Why you do?
Hey.
Then you will get something right.
Yeah, I wish that I knew him or her so that I can discipline that person. I will be with you. That statement that person has actually shared with you, it's a very reckless statement. I'm employed by ESKOM, and I'm here to serve a purpose why ESKOM employed me. Hence, I've explained that I'm in customer service environment. I don't like people who will just say whatever that they want to say when they do have some powers to do something. If you are having a power to do something, for an example, if ever maybe I come across, while I'm driving, I come across any illegal activity on the line, I know all the departments which are relevant to deal with that illegal activity. So hence I'm saying it's a very reckless statement, and if I knew that person, I was really gonna say, you really needed discipline. Just to put a statement like that, and you are not taking any action, it's not right, and you want to paint yourself as the good employee. It's not a good employee. Now, in terms of, I wanted to share in terms of your concern, there is different issues. The one that ESKOM, remember, there are things that are planned in a national platform. And this is one of the projects. It's planned in a national platform. It's not planned locally. The issue of power interruption, you may find that even at the national level, or even the senior manager for network department here is not even aware of that problem. Now, in terms of customer experiencing a constant power interruption, that is an issue of a line. It can be repaired. The main issue is to identify a fault. If the very same colleague of mine has identified a fault and is leaving the fault just to be there while he knows that the fault is affecting another customer who's paying us. That employee doesn't understand where the salary is coming from. You don't want to take away your bread from the table. If your customer is paying you, you need to service that customer. As long as your customer is paying, you need to service that customer. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to find yourself having been in the business and just 2 years down the line, you are told that we are now busy restructuring the business because we are no longer having money. And only to find that you are part of the problem. Being part of the problem is you know where the fault is coming from, but you are not doing anything to fix the problem. That's why I'm having some difficulties in understanding the perspective of that employee. The minute you know, you need to fight for the bread of your children. Otherwise, I'm still very young, and I also want to reach an age where I will also be going to pension and enjoy my money. I don't want to go to early pension being forced because there is no longer any job. I don't want to face that situation. But part of my responsibility is to make sure that anyone who's not abiding by the rules, we issue the fine, we do as the procedure leads us to do. So that we can make sure that we correct the behavior where the behavior is not right. We correct that behavior. Now, we do have another. Alfred, unfortunately, will not know if ever you are reporting the problem for the second time. It doesn't have a trigger because it's something that we programmed. It doesn't have a trigger to say, okay, this customer has been reporting now for the 5th time. Can you trigger the investigation on why it's causing this customer to be on the constant no supply? But if ever maybe the fault is coming to us, what we do, we log another fault, we call it a wires-related complaint. The wires-related complaint, it will get to a stage where it's asking us a question. How many times is this customer being off in a week, in a month, so forth and so forth? Then we log it accordingly, and when we log it accordingly, that work order or that task order, it's gonna force the technical department to do an investigation. Why do we keep on going to the very same feeder, fixing the same fault, especially in a period that we are having already 6 of them in the very same month? Then it means that indeed something is wrong on the line. And there are many things that are contributing to the power interruption. It can either be the trees that are closer to the line. When the wind is blowing, then it will start to make short. Or even if the trees are not there, but in terms of the clearance, there are regulations in terms of looking at the clearance of the line. If the clearance is no longer good, then during the line inspection, they need to identify that the clearance between this pole and this pole is no longer good. We really need to work on the issue of the clearance. Then they need to work on that. So if ever it's not being resolved, the customers are having rights. If ever it's not being resolved through the chairperson or through the committee that we have nominated, we call them the stakeholder to us. The committee that is representing our customers, they are our stakeholder. And as a stakeholder, we always encourage that you are having an open door policy with us. You can request to engage with us at any time and bring at any problem. So if ever we start to have this relationship, we can say, all right, we will start to engage. If ever you are still experiencing that, let's rather put a complaint and we can monitor that complaint during our stakeholder engagement. You are not forced to come to us. We can still drive and come and meet you here until when you are happy about the service. That's how we can approach that issue of sorting out the issue of the constant of the power interruption in your area. We don't want that. We want a stable electricity, especially when we have moved away from the load shading. We really want the customer to enjoy the electricity. So in terms of maybe trying to wrap up, I know we're not going to finish some of the things. In terms of trying to wrap up the concern, let's engage with the committee And the committee can even say, all right, ESKOM, I will be fair enough to you. I will only give you 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Come up with the findings in terms of dealing with that issue so that we can really satisfy you as a paying customer to us.
Is this one, okay?
No, if the power is failure, you phone, what's it now? Alfred. He give you the reference number. Okay, the reference number is there for the guy to come and fix the problem here. But now another problem is, the guy who came here and fix the problem, he doesn't close that reference number. And the next day, the power is again off. We phoned Alfred again. Alfred said, no. That number is not closed, I can't give you another number. So I thought, I didn't want to pimp nobody. But it's like you say, do your job and do it right. Now, I talked to the electrician one day, he got it by my house. I told him, no, why the reference number? They say I can't get another reference number. Oh, I didn't close it. He told me, he didn't close it. He said, okay, I go to the gate now and I will close it. So, I can read it. 1 November, 2 November, 3 November, 4 November, the power failure.
Did all sign the register?
He go to the gate, he said,
especially those who are leaving.
He doesn't close it. Okay. Here we start.
But we'll address those issues on the meeting or in our communication with them. Thanks, Pete.
Those who are leaving, let's make sure that we sign the register before we leave. Okay, thank you. There's all your ref numbers.
Yeah.
Thank you for writing them down.
Because it's a lot of it.
I'm sorry, okay, we will come to you, sir, at the back. I think maybe it's important to also cover the other aspect. You indicated that somewhere they said that ESKOM will not charge anything, but at a later stage, you realize that there was a difference in terms of the energy rate. So in your case, we will only charge you the increase from the 1st of April of every year. For now, for an example, for now, the customer is paying R1.732. So if ever after you have realized that now the meter change out has been done on the system, you are still going to pay the same rate. Should you see a different thing, then you've got all the right to complain. Now, on the other issue that I think you have mentioned, which is also very important, you have mentioned the issue of the damage of your fridge and so forth and so forth. In the business, we're also having a department that we call a claim department. They deal with claims. Now, when they deal with claims, if ever a customer wants to submit any claim to us, I will make you an example of the fridge that is broken in your side, from your side. Then the customer will have to have a quotation to fix the fridge. If the fridge is not fixable, then you will have a report of the one who says it is not fixable because of these reasons. Then you will go to where you have bought the fridge and get the market value of the very same fridge. And you submit that to us. Then you also write a letter of sharing the sequence of event. As an example, it was yesterday, we had a power failure. Then when the supply came back, when we measured after my fridge was no longer working, we saw that it was 300 and something volts, as an example. Then, therefore, I think that ESKOM, you must be liable in terms of my damaged equipment. And then you submit that. We will also just give you one-page form. We call it the claim form, where you are also mentioning some account number and the reference number are needed there. Then you attach a copy of your COC, because on the form there is somewhere where they ask if you are having a COC, the certificate of compliance in terms of wiring. Then you attach those ones. Then we submit them to the claim department. They are the ones who are going to look at your claim, analyze on your claim, and give feedback to the customer. Then they will either decide that, okay, in this case we can see that ESKOM, we are at fault or not. If ESKOM is found to be on the wrong side, then ESKOM will say, okay, dear customer, I can only compensate maybe with so much. Then they will send the letter to the customer in terms of addressing the issue of the claim. I think, hence I saw it as important just to share that issue of the part of when you are having any damage. So I think he was raising his hand for a long time.
You said you can read the meters now. I was like, how you can read it? Through radio, satellite, telecom, where how you can read the meters. And the other one is, I've heard a couple of people that they change over from 1 meter to the smart meter. Then they count like 30,000, 20,000 rand.
Okay. You can take the second one.
Can I address my fellow colleagues here? I've dealt with David over a fairly long period by one of the ladies at Northern Platinum. He is very capable and you will attend to add whatever query you have. So please take advice. I think we've digressed from the actual installation of meters. I'd like to ask, well, basically, let's put it one question. You mentioned that you will actually install the meter in a stubby. In Leeupoort, there are no stubbies. They are all on poles.
Okay.
You have 4 to 6 meters on a pole. Are you going to install stubbies? Because it will involve cable work.
Okay.
So it's just a straightforward question, practically.
All right, thank you for that. Oh, we have discussed something previously.
You and I haven't dealt directly. You've dealt with Canule at Northern Platinum.
Oh, I'm still dealing with even yeah, with the second phases. Yeah, no, thank you for that compliment.
I'm all for this new fandangle thing of yours, except for one. You install that keypad in my home, downstream of the main switch. Okay. If ESKOM's power comes back and it surges and it burns that keypad, now I'm liable for it. You install it upstream of my main switch.
All right.
You know what I'm telling you. Now you want me to pay for a keypad, which is a lot of money, and you want me to pay for it. My name's also Alfred, and I don't get nothing out of Alfred. Alfred is a zero on the comma.
You don't get anything in return. Okay, maybe I can answer.
Alfred only is not my friend.
Okay. Can I answer the 3? Maybe let me answer the 3 that was asked. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for holding. Okay, thank you for the questions. In terms of the part of the transmitters, the network, which one is it going to use? In terms of that, hence I've said that part of the strategy, we are moving towards that direction. However, for this current one that we will be installing, we will still come physically to take readings. Not yet on the remote. So once that is being established and fully having enough plan, we will come again and just share that now you will start to remotely read it. And I think maybe that will be the right time where we can share more in terms of the transmitters that we will be used in terms of accessing the gadget while it's here when we are in the office.
Do we have a time frame for all this you explained to us?
The time frame for the strategic plan in terms of when is it going to be remotely, no, I don't have a time frame. However, in terms of when are they gonna change out these current conventional meters? They were supposed to be here already. So, however, there was a need that, let's firstly explain it to the customer before you start to be on site. But already they've reported to the office in Northam. So we said, okay, let's firstly explain to the customer so that they can be aware about this. So to clarify the issue of there won't be any money exchanging and all those things, so that the project, when they start either tomorrow or Wednesday, then we are aware about the whole project. And now in terms of the keypad, on the issue of the keypad, I've already explained that there won't be any need for you to have a keypad, because you are not going to use the keypad. Keypad is only used by those who are buying electricity, the top up, the prepaid customers. Those are the customers that will be having the keypad. So in this case, to also answer that question, I'm sorry to mistakenly saying the kiosk. So if it's in a pole, if your meters are somewhere on a pole, they will replace it there. We are not going to complicate the issue of cabling. Yeah, we are not going to do any complications in terms of the cabling. We just take out only a meter. We take a new meter, we put it in with the very same cables that we are using. It will still be working. That one I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've answered all the questions that they've asked. No, I mean the ones that were, yeah. Did I answer all the questions? My Alfred.
Alfred, yeah, he's very, what I don't like about Alfred, the power goes off. I immediately go onto my phone and report, and he tells me knows about it.
He says he knows about it.
And he can't give me a number.
A ref number. No, I understand that one as well. Yeah. Maybe we can take the other rounds. Oh, for an... Ma'am? If this is a very old account. It's a very old account. Yes, oh, okay. As I've already shared, the account is driven from the readings. The only thing that can affect the issue of a bill to be high is because of the reading. And I've indicated that we take readings once in 3 months period. So the other 2 months we will estimate the account. So during the estimation of the account, if we have estimated the customer very low, because some of the estimation can even be on the zero, then on the 3rd month, when we take the actual readings, that reading is covering actually for 3 months period. So you will see, yeah, I'm still coming there. Yes.
But I'm talking about the direct, you take it now. You take it now, the end of the stable, you get the new account of the smart meter. That's when you come to a mistake.
It's just that some of the customers, they will not share all information with other neighbors. But there is no way. I don't want to say I've been in the field for so long. There is no way that if ever we close your reading on number 2, then we are starting a new meter on 1,000. All the new meters will start on 0. All the new meters will start on 0. So maybe something that you can do from your side, just to also close the gap, something that you can do from your side. If ever you are within, you are there when they are changing it out, you can just go and take a picture of your last meter reading on the conventional meter. Just to be on the safe side, just take a picture to confirm that when they were taking it out, this is the reading. So that when you receive a new bill, you just check on the reading that we have used to close that meter to say, is it the same or not? If it's the same, then you check the reading of a new meter. It must start from 0. If we are starting from some other number that we don't know, it's wrong. All those meters are very new. I'm not expecting them to come with a meter that has already worked. So all those meters are new. They will start from 0. So just take a picture of the last readings on the old meter, then you will use it when you receive a new bill to avoid the issue of the 30,000. The only time when it can be on the 30,000, it's in a case whereby we change the meter now in January. Then we don't do a meter change out on the system. Then we only do it in December. Obviously, there can be 30,000 because the period that we didn't build that meter, there was some consumption taking place. So we will want to go back and recover that consumption, and it can end up being 30,000. So that's the only thing that it can make sense to me, that maybe that can be a contributing factor, that meters are changed now, the changed out is done few months after it has already been done on site.
So what do you say?
And with our relationship now, we will need to push that we do the registering quicker. Yeah.
But what I mean is, in the meantime, you can rather take that reading and work it out and pay according to that.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. You know, when I started, I thought that I'm not going to have a lot of questions. But I see that with that little energy that I came with, no, I needed to boost myself again. But I'm very happy to get questions. I'm very happy. I'm also learning out of them.
Good morning. I haven't been here for a long time, about 4 or 5 months, but this is the place where the power is very, very unstable. The main problem is maintenance is not done at all or not done properly. Surely ESKOM might have a maintenance plan, say an intermediate 6 months or a 12-month maintenance plan, which already should have been out for 2016. And then the way that the plan should be is they look at all the places where there's lots of problems, and then they do the maintenance there. We talk about tree cutting, yes, it must be cut, but when? And it's not only the trees, it's the poor links. The power comes up in Pretoria and Leeupoort goes down.
Yeah,
So
this.
there must be a whole maintenance plan. Is it possible that you can share that plan so we can exactly know what is happening? Because if the maintenance is being done, most of the power problems will be solved.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next question. Maybe let's take the new hands first. We will come back to you.
With the new meters, will we also be able to read it just to make sure how much we've used during the month? Because earlier you said that the readings will go up and down. So if that person from ESKOM comes and takes a reading, then surely we should also be able to take a reading.
Correct. Can take the last one.
Alfred, when this change has taken place, at the current invoice, there is 6 different charges on the account. Say R3.27 for 34 days.
I'm sorry. Can I see that bill?
All of them are the same.
Where do you stay?
That's the same. I want to ask. What question is the same?
That you were showing me, the old one that you were showing me. Oh, okay. No, it's correct. It's correct.
That was my question as well. Why are the additional charges?
Okay. Yeah.
What will fall away?
Okay.
That's what we want to know.
Okay. Nothing is gonna fall away. Remember, when ESKOM is proposing any tariff increase, they do a tariff structuring and they go to NERSA for that proposal and approval at the end of the day, because we are regulated by NERSA as a company who's giving you electricity. So the tariff structure, it will always change as we approach NERSA, depending on the engagement and some researches that are normally being done. Previously, way back, man, we used to have only what we call energy charge. Just one word, energy charge. Now, that energy charge was including everything that is related to the energy in one component, one charge. Until as we are going to NERSA, engaging in terms of the tariff increases and so forth, now somehow there was a need to start to explain them, to really break it down. That do not just say to the customer, this is an energy charge, now you will have to pay this much. Let me make a simple example. The petrol per liter now is how much? Yeah, it's 20 something. Yeah, 23 rand and so forth, depending on the location anyway. Now, but those who knows, hence there was a lot of fight that can we start to scrap some other things that are contributing to that 21 rand? Because to us, we are told that this is your petrol price. Currently, there is a project of Sanral, on R516. Some of the funds that are working on R516 is coming from my per liter. We do agree, Musne? There is money that is coming from that liter, that 21 rand that you are paying. There is a portion that is going straight to the agency for road. Sanral is taking something. There is also a portion that is going towards the ones for the accidents. We call it what again? RAF. Exactly. And there is some lot of money that is portioned. Is going, this one is going that direction. But to me, it's only one weight. You are now buying petrol per liter. So, hence I'm saying, even with ESKOM previously, we were just saying energy charge, but it was having a lot of components underneath, which were hidden from the customer. Customer was not seeing that. So, the reason why you are starting to see such a lot of components on your bill is because we are trying to be transparent as possible, so that the customer can know that out of the energy charge that I'm now paying, this portion is going towards this. This portion is going towards this. Same as your cell phone contract. They will charge you that, no, per month it will be so much. But from that very same amount that you are paying as a premium per month, there is a portion to connect to the network. So it's just that ESKOM is trying to be transparent in terms of your bill, so that the customer can know that although we are saying energy charge, if you calculate all of them, maybe you will find that it's charging you 3 rand, for an example. Then ESKOM is saying, let's just not say 3 rand. Our customers these days, they really need to know where the money is going to. Then we start to now expand it to show that out of the 3 rand, 2 rand is going there, 1 rand is going there. I think that is in short. In other words, we are not going to take anything off with the smart meters. The same components that you are having on the current conventional meter, you will still have the very same components on your smart meter.
Even if you go to prepaid?
No, if you go to prepaid, if you go to a prepaid setup, most of you, I think you are using 3-phase, né? Is it a single phase? Okay, super. Then if you are going to a prepaid, we can do what we call a tariff comparison first. We can do a tariff comparison to advise our customers. We are not only there to make money, we want the customer to take the correct approach in terms of the tariff. We can do a tariff comparison looking at maybe 3 months usage. Then we check that, should we take you to the prepaid setup? Are you going to save money or you're not going to save money? Then we will tell you that the rate for prepaid is so much, the current rate, looking at the bills that you have already paid, Say for an example, in the month of December, you have paid 2,000 rand of a bill. Then we do a calculation on the very same usage for prepaid setup. Then we give it to you and then we say, this is how much you could have saved. So you are allowed to request the tariff comparison. We can do that for you so that you can take the decision correctly. So with the tariff, everything is included. We don't show you the same on the bill because we are not sending you a bill. But everything is included on the energy rate. So the energy rate on the prepaid, it will be higher than the one that you are seeing on the conventional meter. However, the conventional meter is because it's having some other charge which will charge you per day. One way or the other, we have included everything on that energy charge. Is that on the prepaid meter, one of the advantages, especially if you are not a heavy user, if you are a low user on the prepaid, one of the advantages is, should you decide to go overseas to spend your holiday there, there won't be any charge expected from you. But with the current one setup, we are expecting you to pay every day. But with the one for prepaid, if you have to go somewhere, then you are not liable for any payment. And another advantage on that one is because we're not going to come and disconnect your supply due to non-payment, because you pay first before you use. So with the conventional one, you pay. If you don't have money, we come and switch you off. And on top of that, we will charge you the reconnection fee. So maybe we can even schedule a 1 day just to do the tariff comparison only as part of that relationship that we want to build. Yeah, so 1 day we can just come and I can just maybe take 2 or 3 out of your accounts. Obviously, you will give me a consent that I can use you as an example, or I can just come up with a figure. But I will like, if I do a tariff comparison, I really love to make the one that you are familiar with. Then we can just come and do the tariff comparison, show you that, all right, in terms of the comparison for you, this is how much you could have saved on this one, or the tariff is the same. Maybe that is the approach that we can also take going forth. I thought that hands will start to go down and down and down and down.
Just one question. On the bills, what is the network coverage fee for? That's like 250 rand, 300 rand, 8 rand something a day. What is that?
Okay. Can take another one?
Yeah. Alfred, kort jy nie.
Okay.
Baie kort.
All
Laaste kans.
these people sitting here, all of us, most of us, 90% of us are pensioners. Our pensions don't escalate.
You come to people.
Okay. We don't escalate our salaries. Eskom, do they, in their right mind, think of the pensioner when they put their prices up?
Okay.
So I don't think they do.
Okay. All right.
I only need to know solar. How is it going to fit the smart meters?
Okay. Yeah, we did bring the army. The army is here. Yeah, the army is here. Hey, I was so scared. Now at least I can relax a little bit. I think, Emmanuel, I'm going to answer. You are welcome since I'm on the platform. There is a complaint of a constant power interruption. I've indicated that it's not part of the smart meter, but that can be resolved locally. In terms of locking the wires complaint for further investigation to be done on what is the main cause for that power interruption. So maybe before we knock off, you can also just add on that issue of power interruption. Colleagues, my customers, this is the main man for technical department in Northam. He's the one responsible for all the technicians that are coming here. No, we're not going to share his number. I was just mentioning that he's the main man. So if ever we are having any complaint of a technician, he's here to listen to those complaints. All right. Now, I wanted to say, in terms of the defining, I don't want to make a mistake because there is a lot of components there. What I can do, I will send it's just 2 pages only of definitions explaining each of the components. I think that will be important for everyone to have it. So we will send it to WhatsApp, then you can share with the rest of the residents. I think that maybe will be the proper to address that issue of the defining of those weights. Now, the other concern on the issue of the solar, and before the solar, the issue of being a pensioner. Unfortunately, the only thing that is there, it's what we call free basic electricity, which is only 50 units, depending on the strength of municipality. So those ones are paid by the municipality. So if most of the pensioners, you can apply for it, it's just that I have not yet seen it on the conventional setup. Those who are mostly benefiting are on the prepaid setup. So as far as I know, I've not yet seen it on the conventional setup. But on the prepaid setup, the customer can get free 50 units. It's free to the customer, but it's paid by municipality. That is why you apply to your councillor, or even to the offices of your municipality. Then they are the ones who will process it. If they see it fit so that you can get it, they will send the whole approved package to the ESKOM that this customer and this customer, please also give them the FBE. We call it FBE, free basic electricity. For now, 50 units, I'm sure it's costing around close to 200. So they will be spending just close to 200 for you as your municipality to give you the 50 units.
Just a point, we get our electricity from ESKOM. Not directly, not from the...
What I wanted to mention is there is nothing for free in this world. The reason why we call it free basic electricity, it's a free basic to you as a customer, but somebody must feed that bill. And the only person to pay that bill is your municipality. So that is why you apply, although you are serviced by us, but we want somebody who's going to settle that bill when we issue that bill out. So municipality is the one who will say, okay, I am now going to be the one who select who must benefit, because hence I'm saying it depends from the strength of the municipality. The metros, I know that in somewhere in Ekurhuleni metro, there was a time where they were even giving their customers 100 units for free. 100. Just imagine. Because of what? Because they are having more strength. But in our local municipality, because they don't have such a lot of money, they are opted for 50. And not only 50, they don't even give to everyone. Ekurhuleni, previously they were giving everyone. You are working or you are not working, you are part of the beneficiary. Not anymore, ne? Yes. So, exactly. So you see that it's always depending on the strength of municipality. If they are having enough funds, then they will do it. If they don't, then they start to approach it like, now we need to select few customers who must benefit out of that. I think it's addressing the issue of the pensioners. But in terms of our tariff on its own, no, we don't have anything specific for pensioners. Now in terms of the solar system, by the way, there will be a time where I will come back as well, because one way or the other, we are going to require all our customers who are using solar to register with us, to indicate. Hence I'm saying we will come back. For now, I don't have answers. But hence I'm saying we will come back. Then we will share more information when I'm having enough information about it. Yes, we will share it by then. However, for now, you will still use your solar. I agree there is a tap changer somewhere in your house where you either decide that for now I'm only pulling from the solar, or for now I'm only pulling from ESKOM. So that tap changer will still be working. Nothing will be complicated by the smart meter. The smart meter is just changing the setup of the old system that we are using to this new one. So basically it's not gonna even see that you are having that solar system. However, there will be a time where I will be requesting another meeting so that I can address the issue of the solar and the registration of that solar.
Before the end of March?
Come again?
Will you come back before the end of March?
Special request, ne? For the solar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one I can do, if you allow.
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah, no, that one I think I can do. Thank you for that request. I will push that before the end of March. I come back to share the info on the issue of the solar. So it will only just be that agenda point on that day.
You can also push back into the system at some stage.
Yes, correct. And the smart meter, the current meter, it's not going to be able to do that trick. The smart meter will be able to do it. You see, that's why we are pushing the technology on the meters, so that as you improve, we are also not left behind. We want to be more or less on the same page with our customers.
On that same platform, you bring all the necessary forms and stuff for that meeting.
Or if ever there is a need for it. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much.
Last question.
Okay. But the first one, okay. And please remind me for the first one as well.
Why on our accounts, those charges are sometimes for 29 days, the next month it's 59 or 62 days, then it's 29 days and 62 days, a month only has 30 days.
Okay, thank you for that one. You didn't remind me of the first one.
Yeah, the first one is about reading the smart meter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the reading part, and I'm happy my colleagues have arrived. Colleagues, I committed that we will make sure that we do the following. On 1 meter that we will be changing out, we can just take a clip to show how the meter is functioning. A video clip, you show how the meter is functioning, and you will indicate that this is the reading that are required on this stage. This is the reading that are required to be submitted to ESKOM. Then we will give you the contact number for WhatsApp. We will share it with the committee for this place. Then they will circulate to our residents. Then in that way, we have covered even those who are not here, because some of them are not here. So we will cover all of them in terms of knowing how to read the meter. Is it fine, that first one? Ne? Colleagues, is fine, musne? Again. Exactly. Now on the second one, on the bill, you are starting to see that sometimes it's so many days charged on those fixed charges. Sometimes it's so many charges. So many days. It's because our billing period does not necessarily, even if we can write a December bill, it doesn't mean that we have built that account from the 1st of December until the 31st. No. You need to look at where it's written a tax invoice. Underneath the tax invoice, you will see that there is something that is written there. It says reading dates. Very important. That reading date is indicating from which day of the month up to which day of the month. Then when you do the calculation, it must give you the total number of days that we must charge you. Yes, so basically it's because we are sending the contractor out. We can't send them to read the whole place. They're not going to finish. So we have separated our lines so that they can be, it must be doable. Otherwise, we were going to have a crisis of having a lot of customers who are supposed to be read, and we are unable to read the feeder because of the feeder is too low. So we have separated the feeders and given each feeder or each portion depending on the length of the feeder. If the feeder is too long, we will even separate that feeder to be read in different billing period. So that is the one that is influencing the issue of the dates on your bill at the end of the day. Very important to take note. Under the tax invoice, take note of the number of days that we are charging you. So those days, it's the one that must show that we are charging you for these specific days on the fixed charge.
And then what I said to my wife, sorry, she also asked me the same question. I said, ESKOM must be in need of money. I read my bill monthly on the 12th of every month, and I send it in, and I also get 90 days or 60 days. And I said to ESKOM must be needing money.
Oh.
That's why
No, thank you for that. When you see more than 30 days, especially more than 31 days, 60 days, 90 days, remember initially I've indicated that we only take readings once in 3 months period. Now, the law allows us that when we get the actual reading, if ever we have to do a reconciliation of the account, we must do it. So if we do the recon of the account, reconciliation of the account, we go back to the last actual before this one. So if ever the last actual was in October, we're gonna go back and cancel the bill for December, November, and run it from October so that your bill can only be on an actual readings. Now, what we also do, we are taking into consideration the payment that we have already done on that estimated bill. The only thing that for now I'm not happy about is that on the tax invoice that you are receiving, it's not easily understandable those payments that we have refunded back to you. But on our system, we can clearly see, if you come to us, we can clearly see that the only thing that you see, it will only give you after the calculation has been done and correction has been done. But from our side, we will be able to see that for 3 months, it was charging 50,000. And we need to take into consideration the payment that we have already done of 30,000. Then we minus it. You will only be seeing the bill of 10,000. You don't see the 50,000 bill. But from our system, we'll be able to see that the main bill was 50,000, but because customer was doing payments in between, we are minusing those payments against that bill. Then we are only showing you what you only have to pay. But normally, when I deal with the bill query, I just say to the customer, take out your calculator. I'm taking out my calculator. Do you have the last reading of October? In your case, you will have them on that book. Then we do the manual calculation that you indicated. Then after the manual calculation, there is no even one single customer who went out of the office without understanding that manual calculation. Very nice to understand. Very nice. Even now you can do your own bill. You can calculate your own bill. Hence, there was also a suggestion that when you take a picture of your last reading, so Mario can calculate the bill up to that reading. And you will have the total amount that you need to pay. Sorry? Your bill will always be on the smooth ride if you do it.
I'd like my bill to come to my email, but they send it to a really old email. So I've not
that
changed
one I have to change it.
So do I do it after the lecture or we?
No, yeah, after the lecture.
So then I can come to you then, because
yeah.
I've got written everything down here for your convenience.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, the concern here is to change an email. That one I've brought my laptop, I can log in after our engagement and then I can change it quickly. Then we don't have to stress. You see, the services came to the customers. No? I think now we are, do we still need to ask more questions? It's 1 and 2.
My account goes to my son-in-law, because we don't get an account.
Okay.
Because our husband, they don't have an account. So now he sends it to me on my phone.
Okay.
And then I'll go and play it in Tabithambe, my car. Now what happens now?
If you want us to change from postal address to the email address, we can do it. As long as you are the account holder, we can do it. The only one that I'm not going to be able to do it is if I check your identification, your ID, it's not the one on the system. Unfortunately, due to POPI Act, I'm not going to be able to change it. But only if ever it's on your name, then I will be able to change it.
It's not on my name now.
Okay.
It's still on my husband's name. So I've got to change it.
And
it's going to cost me money to change it.
The husband?
Beg your pardon?
The husband?
He's passed away.
Oh, the husband is no more. I'm sorry for that. You are quite right. We need to change it. You do have a death certificate?
Beg your pardon?
You do have the death certificate?
Yes.
Okay, I will just check the cost for changing, because at the same time the law does not allow us to run it, especially since now I'm aware, or I will close my ears for now. As soon as we become aware, we need to push for the change.
Just like to
Because
very same question. We were two partners in the house, and I bought out my other partner, but the ESKOM account was in his name.
Okay.
How do I get it onto my name?
All right.
And also,
Yeah.
what if there's a husband and wife, like in my case, the account is on my name, but if I die, they will say to my husband, you don't have a house, go home.
No, we don't do it like that. Death certificate, marriage certificate, and then in a case of estate, we also gonna need the document of the executor to indicate who's the beneficiary. Then with those documents, then we will be able to advise that, okay, for transfer fee, we will only charge you so much. It was 1,000 something for transfer fee. And then also, we can negotiate on the issue of a deposit. The issue of the deposit, why we negotiate, we only look at the trend in most cases. If ever you are a good customer meaning you are always paying on time on your bill, we really don't want to complicate your life. So we're not gonna really go too much on the issue of the security, but if ever sometimes you are jumping, not paying us, we will definitely take that opportunity to increase the deposit so that it can cover 3 months bills should you not be able to pay the 3 months bills. So that is the only complications that it will have. The transfer fee, which is around 1,000 something, and then also the issue of the deposit, we will have chance to review it. But mostly we only be harsh if ever maybe the trend is telling us that you are not paying every month, especially to the full amount.
We've got to come through to your office.
The lekker thing about today is I've brought my laptop, we can check, and I can tell you what information do we need. The offices are closed, but something else that we can do, since you are very good audience, we can always make a 10. I can tell you the documents that are needed, and then we can make a date. We have already committed before March. Then during that next visit to address the issue of solar, then you can have all the necessary documents, and then you just give it to me. Then you don't have to run all around trying to get some help somewhere. While David Mampa, I will also let you know. And thank you. You have been so nice to me,
I just want to know, the months you don't read, can we still send your...
Yes. The months that you are not taking readings, customers are still advisable to submit readings. Even when we are taking readings, they are still advisable just to send readings. In most cases, I advise the customers to do the same as, where is my favorite customers? To note them down. When you send the readings, you can also note them down. And these days, Alfred, I think even the app, when you send the readings on your own, it's also giving you a ref number. Another thing that I love about that channel, it doesn't need Mampuru to do anything. The minute you send it, it goes straight to the system. As long as your readings are in line. The only time where it's going to reject it, it's when your readings are not in line. But when your readings are in line, it's taking those readings straight to the system and it's giving you a ref number. That's what other thing that is so beneficial about this new system.
On Alfred, last day said the night is last day. Now this is in the 10, now we release the last day.
On your bill, you will always see the next meter reading date. Oh, this one is the old one. Eh? It will always show you the next meter reading date. On that date that is mentioned, exactly. Thanks, Alfred.
Pleasure, Alfred.
Yeah, it will say your next actual reading will be, for now, I believe that maybe you are on the same route. Probably you are on the same route. So it will say the 11th of February. So on that 11th of February in the morning, you just take your readings, you koi in, and then it will give you a ref number. Then you know that you are sorted. You can just have a spreadsheet somewhere where you just write that case ID and the meter reading that you have taken. So that should we have any query in future, at least you are having a backup of information to discuss the bill query. Allow me to stop here.
Yeah.
I am flat now. I must say now I'm flat. Come again? Maybe we can introduce the team since they are here so that you can be aware of them. I will hand over through your chair to Mr. Budeli Emmanuel, and then just to introduce the team. How is my rating? Have I done good or not? No, I will be shown on that special TV. Thank you.
Answer one more question.
Okay.
You mentioned the office. Where is this office?
No longer there.
There's no office.
Hence, we are going to strengthen our relationship with the stakeholders.
Is it more?
Hence, we are going to strengthen our relationship. When the relationship with the stakeholder is very strong, the stakeholder can even go to the office of the CEO. That's how powerful the stakeholder is. Very powerful. If ever we start to engage and we don't resolve anything, because we will be sharing more information with them, that okay, this is the next level of escalation. If you are not happy with me and Emmanuel, you can go to this level. And I will assist him. If he says to me, can you escalate this matter to the next level and I want to engage in person, I will do so and make sure that the engagement is taking place. That's how valuable we value our stakeholder. That's how valuable we value them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, David. We really appreciate the time and effort you put in. I'll introduce to you Mr. Manuel. He's the technical...
He's the man we're looking for.
Yeah, and he's going to explain to us how the meter operates.
Okay.
Please, Mr. Emmanuel.
Good afternoon. I'm audible. And I'm on the maximum. I'm on the maximum. Okay, good afternoon, resident of Leeupoort. My name is Emmanuel. I'm the senior supervisor at the Northern CNC. I'm responsible of the electricity supplying here. By saying that, I'm the person who, when you call, the call at the call center, those guys who are driving the buggies coming here, they are reporting to me. I don't know how now it's operating in terms of reporting, but usually I had a meeting last time. That was before Bruce passed on. I just got surprised when last time I called, somebody picked up the phone and said that Bruce is no more. And my condolences to his family. No one communicated to me that. But going forward, I believe, Mr. Hayes, you're the one who's going to communicate with me. And I believe it's going to make the operational smooth like before. When you have a problem, you contact him. He will contact me, and I'll make sure that the technical support are here. But, oh, okay, I thought he's raising hands. There is a communication that was sent out within the ESKOM, especially in regard with the single call, especially during weekends. We are more focused on the breakdown where there is a breaker faulty and LPU point. Likely for this customer in Leeupoort, and I just want you to continue doing it. The way you are reporting it is consistent. If we see the volume, like Hayes did, like there is a lot of customer that does not have supply here, that's when we send the technical team to come to assist. But if it's an individual customer, we usually don't send customers unless if it's something else. When I say something else, I mean someone who's using electricity for, what do you call these things? Oxygen, yeah, or someone life is at risk. That's when we send the technical team. Yeah. But for now, please just continue to do what you're doing, the way you report. It makes a wait for a technical team to come to assist you. But usually here, what I say, when you don't have a supply, is because there is a breaker that is outside. When you go out towards Tabazimbi, there is sort of a structure which got a transformer, it's called a breaker. That's when only that breaker is tripped. It affects both Leeupoort and Raputi. Why is that breaker tripped? Usually it trips because of the earth fault. Earth fault is then the line is touching the tree down to the ground, or something else is touching the line down to the ground. The line I'm talking about only those 3 bare conductors that are running, not the one that is covered. Also that one that is covered, it has an impact, but not that huge. So as a resident here, I just want to request you, if possible, I think I'll dedicate to this case. Just give us those points so that I can send the bush clearing team. Because the last time we had the bush clearing, I think it was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. It's more. No, it can't be 4 years. I still remember when I was with Bruce that the team must come and remove the branches that they cut because there are fire risk. Yeah, so I think it was 2 years. Let me just say 3 for the sake of peace, but I know it's 2 years. I'll check the invoices. But let's identify those points, and also let's work together. I mean, by working together, I'm saying that allow our technician, if they are here, if they see that the tree is closer to the line, allow them to trim it, not to cut it, just to trim it, at least for them to switch the line back. The line, if it's on and off, it also affects me. I'm not performing. I received a lot of call. Why is this certain breaker always tripped? I can't say it's the customer of Leeupoort, they've got a lot of trees. I need to make a plan as a manager to see how that breaker is not affecting you. Other than that, the issue of LV, I'm talking about the black one. The black one, most of the technical problems that our technicians receive when they're here is because of the overstretched. Overstretch is when that bundle conductor where it's running, the tree stretched it and it's broken. So the problem here is the tree. Let's put it straight. But we are not saying that cut your trees. We need to trim it to maintain for you guys to get a constant electricity. This line is not a problematic at all. The line that is feeding here is not a problematic. But the issue is that is the trees. Yes, there is a 88 kV that is also, when it strips, is affected too. The 88 kV is that one that is running to Riebeck. Yeah, that one, yes, we have a sort of like a territory where there is a lot of bed nest. We remove it, the rebuild, we remove it, and for now it's a breeding season. So for those ones, yes, we can say those ones, yeah, it's beyond our control. And when we request to remove those nests, they said no. For now, they've got those nests have a chicks inside. We cannot remove it. We're only gonna remove it when the breeding season passed. And the breeding season, they indicated to us that it's going to pass after April. So that one, but we can just bear with us. But most important, when the trip is okay, is that breaker that is there by the gate. Yeah, unless if there's any question from my side.
Pole that's lining the river, when are you going to fix that?
That one, you mean where they was accepted by the...
A year ago.
Okay, no.
Cables lying on the ground, all this all, a transformer there standing in that side. Why don't you help to put that cable back to reduce the electricity around that one? It was a ring thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you can see, there it's going to be difficult for us to plant another poles. It's not going to, and yeah,
Nothing is difficult.
it's not going to be easy. Why am I saying that? Obviously, when the rain comes, it's going to be swept away.
I think for starters, let's get the field to come and clean up. Remove all of your old equipment. Because if you are going to come and rebuild the line, there from our pump 2 towards the caravan park at the back here,
Yeah.
we'll have to bring in new equipment. So come and clean out. Take out
All the equipment.
All the old equipment. Take it away.
Sam, can you note it for me? We'll come and remove the old poles. Ne? Yeah.
It's an eyesore.
It's fine. We'll come and remove them. It's not a problem. Because for now we did we backfit on the backside. Ne? Yeah. Yeah. So we'll remove it. It's not a problem. I'll make sure it's done. You can call me when. Okay, I'll communicate with you, Chris. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else related to the technical?
Are you going to do a demo of the meter now?
The
demo.
The demo for?
Demonstration of the meter.
That's
what I heard. Well, thought I heard.
The first one they're going to put in, they're going to demo in a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, but I'll try to verify from the customer. The meters that you are going to install, it does have a keypad, ne? Single phase with a keypad.
They said we're not getting keypads. 3.8.
No.
Only the meter. Only the meter.
You're not giving them keypad?
No.
You don't want the keypad? No. No, we must get a keypad. Each meter does have a keypad, isn't it? Yes. Then we must give them a keypad. Yeah, we're going to get the keypad.
Only for people.
No, I will explain that to how it's work for you.
They've got enough of 1,000 of keypads in the box.
Leave it at the houses.
No, leave it at the houses.
No. No.
Even if it's not connected, just leave it.
Just leave it with the owner.
Yeah, I will explain how it works, how the keypad works. Yeah.
So can I just say that, you know, the numbers on the poles are very vague. So, you know, if you log a call and they ask you what's the name of the number on your pole, you can't read it because it's washed away or just deteriorated with age. So when they replace the new system, are they going to then give us a new number on the pole so that if there's a login, then we can look for it? Make it easy for Alfred to see which pole in case there's a problem. A single problem, I mean.
Okay, but that one of the numbers on the pole faded away. It's not on their scope, but I will try to ensure that maybe we come and repaint them, because most of them, they are painted. When we do the inspection, I'll ask them to walk around with a spray so that they can repaint the pole numbers, if possible, for you guys to. But even if you log the call with a meter, they're supposed to get your data with a meter.
They do, but you know, I'm just worried that if it's a single, so if it's a general fault here, a lot of people, they let you know once you log in with Alpha, they tell you that it's been attended to, they've taken care of it, there's more than one. But what if you have, say, if the fault is just at my pole, then they might ask me what is your pole number or what is your address. It's just for them to have a starting point.
You make use of
your meter
account number, and on your account number a meter number, because the meter number is registered to your account
and your pole number. Yes.
They know exactly where that is.
Your meter number all your data that are linked to you. Once you give the meter number or account number, everything will pop out. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Last question. Please, I've got one question. Why do they issue keypad we don't release? Don't they keep the keypad and where was my keypad?
They said I'll come back to that.
Thousands of people working there. It's going to be passed around from one office
Okay.
person to the other. It's going to go to the dump.
All right. Yeah.
Put it in the drawer. Put it in the drawer.
Okay.
On that
Yeah.
keypad, can you still read your monthly reading on it?
Yeah, you use that keypad to do your reading. There's no need for you to go out to the meter. You just read it on the keypad. The keypad that they're going to issue to you is going to be paired with the meter outside.
You plug in by the wall.
Yeah, you just plug in, allow them, then they're going to pay it with the meters outside. Whatever you see outside is on that keypad. So for you to read the reading that is outside, you just need to check on the keypad while the arrow is pointing on the T2. Then it's a total consumption. Then you just take a picture of that, you send it to customer service.
Okay, that's when we install the meter. We'll show you how to read that.
Yeah, they will show you. They will definitely show you. But again, if maybe you want to migrate from SPU to PPU, you already have a keypad. You just need to make a call. They will tell you how much is it. Then you can. There's no need for come to do the installation.
And the director is also for the keypad.
No, they're not gonna. I don't know about the charges. He must explain that. But I'm saying if you want to migrate from SPU, postpaid to PPU, where you need to buy electricity, you can.
He said there's no charge on the meter. If you want the keypad, you must pay for the keypad.
And there will be, I don't remember I said, if ever you are having a specific request, you are now changing a tariff structure. So when you're changing a tariff, we're going to charge you for that tariff structure. Currently, your tariff structure will remain the same. We are not changing any tariff structure. We are only changing a meter. But if you want to go to a prepaid from conventional, you are now changing the tariff structure. We will charge you. Yes.
The keypad is still for free.
For now.
As ons klaar. Baie dankie almal vir julle bywoning.
Okay.
Waardeer dit. Ons hoop julle het iets geleer. Sterkte met julle meters.
You jump on that week.
Which one?
Help me, please. Do you have a map plan with the marked out servitude for your algorithm?
The map with the servitude. You know what? I'll try to get it from. Remember, this was bought from Tabazimbi municipality, this area. So I just need to investigate that.
I'll send you an email requesting so that you can send me, see what you can get, please.